We are live. 320.
Man, what up, Moose?
You know, over here, Blue Devils against Michigan. Man, it was a good game. Good game.
Oh, the tournament's still going. This is a winner goes to Sweet 16, Moose.
Yep. Whoever wins today goes to the Sweet 16.
That's right, bro. That's right. We got some guests tonight. We got Mr. Carter, man.
Hello,
up, brother?
How y'all doing?
My brother from Houston, my man.
That's right. We got EM Tech in the house. What's going on, EM Tech?
Howdy. Here for a good time.
Just popping in, we got Chame. What up, Chame? Get his audio right here. See if we could pop in. And we got the bearded dragon in the house.
Pete.
Ahoy! I figured it out.
Finally.
Yeah.
Man, today's going to be a jam-packed
Bro,
podcast.
Hey, depending on how many Sneed Army and Super SMTs make it on here, we could have a dozen. I don't know. Oh, snap. That's violation number 1, bro.
I'm sorry.
Violation number. You broke rule number 1. When on a podcast, you put your shit on silent, dog.
Bro, my phone ring all day, every day.
Gotta put it on silent, though.
That's right.
It's on silent.
All right, let's do some hellos. Let's see who's here. We got. Wait, did I miss it? We got Aaron P in the house. Geller Gaming is here. We got Troy. We got Visually Impaired Tech and More. Good to have you guys. Josh is here. Hey, Aaron. Not much, man. Life is good. Mod check. That's right. Joseph is lurking over the big old pond. Austin Tech is here. Hashtag Mod Squad. We got Baby Yoda. Collective Rob is in the house. Good to have you. That's right. All right, guys.
So what's the YouTube link to this one? I couldn't find it.
The YouTube link?
Yeah.
You want me to send it to you, Pete?
Yeah, put it in private chat so I can actually pull up the YouTube chat.
Yeah, I got you, bro. All right, so topics of discussion for tonight. Pretty much everyone and anyone is probably some sort of expert on some level on any of these topics. All right, so we're going to do hardware. We could talk iPhones. All right, iPhone 13, and then the upcoming 14. You know, rumors, speculation, what's coming. Anything Galaxy. You know, people got their hands on the S22s now. They've been using them, so we could discuss that. We could talk Pixels for people that want to get googly. You know, me and Pete like to Google it, so... You know, we'll talk about. I'm kind of disappointed in Google myself. There's something I want to get off my chest.
I was just going to ask you that.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed out about something, and Pete, you know, had my back on this. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then, basically, just displays, cameras, any of the phones you guys have been using, cellular performance. I was telling the guys backstage before we started. Literally in the last week, Verizon has upgraded like half of the tower sites in Cleveland with N77. And then half of those half of the half, so that'll be a quarter, are getting N77 plus band 48. So that's just ongoing. I was very surprised and happy about that. It's exciting to get upgrades. You guys know how it goes. So
get them a lot in my city with the N41 for the T-Mobile.
Yeah, I was going to say, this reminds me of when, like, T-Mobile started going ham in, like, Philadelphia and New York when they started upgrading all those sites and giving people capacity.
Oh, yeah. People love that capacity.
Come on, man. Like, nobody wants to be buffering video, and nobody wants to be without signal coverage gaps. I mean, there's new tower sites, too. Like,
yeah, no one wants...
built in last year, you know?
No one wants to live that band 12 or band 13 life.
It's terrible. All right, so here's what we do. All right, let's start with Moose. All right, Moose. Like, in relation to the iPhones or the Galaxies, any of the phones, things, what have you been using lately, and what have you been liking or not liking about your devices, man?
Okay, so as you know, I have all the flagships right now. I've been testing them all. My least favorite in terms of network connectivity is the S22 Ultra.
Really?
Least.
Really?
I'll tell you why. This phone is too advanced. And what I mean by that is that it's capable of latching onto a signal significantly further away than any other phone on the market. But it causes problems. That means that the connectivity of that signal, yes, you're going to be able to attach a N77 signal from 4 or 5 miles away, but the download speed is going to be horrible. Might as well be on some other band that I know will get me what I need. So the speed tests on average have been lower on the S22 Ultra than on my Pixel and on my iPhone.
It's crazy.
Have you found that certain apps are being throttled on that Ultra?
Well, I mean, I haven't obviously played any games on this thing, but I have noticed this on Chrome compared to the Pixel. It's slower. The Chrome app on the S22 Ultra is slower than on the Pixel.
I read that they did that to encourage you to use Samsung Internet.
Samsung browser, that's right. Yeah, I remember
that. Wait. Since they apologized about the GPU throttling, and they pushed an update to the S22. You know about that?
Yes. However,
maybe things might change.
That still has not fixed their issue that they caused in the EU by doing that. So it's going to change, but they're still getting fined, at least in Europe, for selling it that way.
Yep. Because if you think about it, how long is it going to take carriers? Oh, by the way, apparently I'm low volume this time, Sneed.
I got you.
It's all good.
I just boosted you 3x from before, so we're good.
So the S22 Ultra, unlike the Pixel, takes forever to get these software updates. That's even though all the OEMs want to do a software update per month, at least once, right? The Pixel, for some reason, the 6 Pros take till the
month and a half.
Yeah, month and a half. I don't know why, but every other Pixel is the beginning of the month.
It's because they haven't perfected compiling the updates for Tensor.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
All right. Anything else going on with your hardware?
I've sent a couple emails to the Google guys because I've noticed on Android Auto, if you're on N77 connection, it doesn't actually show 5G Plus on the Android Auto, which was very weird. But it does show 5G when you're on low band or on mid band non-N77. So
wait, so does it connect to the N77?
It connects to the N77 now, yes, on the AT&T version. But on the Android Auto, the actual indicator does not show up.
Yeah.
It's weird.
You're looking at your Android Auto display and not the road?
Well, you got to test everything, right? So
I'm not mad at them because that's something I would get mad at. I'm not mad at them.
Yo, Adam, chime in, man. Tell me about what you've been using. Tell me about what you've been testing, bro. Go ahead.
Bro, I've been using these sorry ass iPhone 12s. Bro, I'm so sick of them. The battery life is horrible on both of them.
You got a 12 Pro?
Yeah, I got a 12 Pro Max. Okay. I got a gold one and a blue one, and both of them are connected to AT&T. My blue one battery life is just bad, and that one's the worst out of both.
What's the battery health on it?
It was like 85%.
Man, I thought mine was bad. I'm at 88.
Bro, they won't replace it. They won't replace it until it gets to 79%.
What are they going to charge you?
I don't know. I got Apple Care, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
You get 2 free battery replacements for free on the expensive Apple Care.
And they're going to make him wait till he gets down under 80.
Yep.
Terrible.
Because at that point, it's gonna be time to upgrade.
You know what's crazy? I told Carlos about this problem because I didn't have this problem with my 12. I only had it with my 12 Pro, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
I had the same
So,
experience.
Yeah. Go ahead, Em. Tell us about yours.
Well, I mean, I had the phone for less than a year, and by the time I'd hit like 9 months, my battery capacity was at 90%. Like, I wasn't. I might have been going a little ham on the testing the phone, but it should not have been at 90% by 9 months. That's ridiculous.
I don't think Apple ever had good history of battery health. At least, I don't think they ever had it. Now, from what I do hear, the 13 Pro Max, the battery life is pretty good. Like,
right.
Mr. Carter Madness. I like that. I like that. Yeah.
So Josh chimes in. It's the principle of reducing performance in games, despite showing a synthetic result reflective of a higher than expected performance that is bad. But in regards to the battery life itself and like the battery health, like to lose up to 20% battery health, which is essentially battery capacity.
Yep.
Right. There's something rogue going on. There's something running that's draining the battery. The phone gets hot. The battery's getting hot. It degrades the battery.
Sneed, it's probably that stocks app.
I don't know what it is, bro, but I mean, if I turn off the phone and restart it, things kind of go back to normal, but it goes back. Like, I don't know. It's really weird. My 12 didn't have that problem. I sold my iPhone 12, and it had 98% battery health.
How long did you have it?
I had it for a year. I had 98% battery health, and then my 12 Pro, after a year, is down to 88%. But it was like up until 2 months ago, it was like at 89. So just recently it slowed down, but it was depleting and degrading quickly. So the first 9-10 months was all drain. I mean, I remember when I was using most common apps that I normally do, the phone would get hot.
Mm-hmm.
I was using ice packs, and nobody freaking believed me, bro.
My gold one.
Sneed, is my name nobody?
No, man, I'm talking about like guys in the community that like push the iPhone agenda. They're like, no, that doesn't happen. I'm like, it does. And they say I exaggerate and I'm lying. I'm like, you guys think
FaceTime cooks this phone, bro. FaceTime literally
it could be FaceTime, it could be Twitter Spaces.
Twitter Spaces cooks it. Like, I'm telling you, like, and then it's crazy because when I'm on FaceTime for a minute on this phone, you can notice on my camera I'm getting sluggish
because of the heat.
Because of the heat. But when you switch to like the camera app, it's not the same. It's not like that. It's like it's crazy. It's only like with FaceTime and Twitter. It cooks this phone.
Which is ironic because the thing about the iPhone is optimized software, the best app functionality. I have to disagree. If this is the way apps are supposed to run, then there's something wrong with the apps.
Yeah.
Right? Because if we're saying that the Androids don't run the apps right, so then we go to iOS and then we use iOS and we're still having problems with the apps, well, then there's something else happening.
Bro, the Twitter app on Android was way better than it is on Apple, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. I prefer Twitter on Android. Oh, yeah.
Any of you Snapchatters with the Pixel 6? I don't know how to use it, but apparently they've optimized that one for the Pixel 6.
Did they?
Yeah.
See, Snapchat has never been good on Android. Has never.
Hey, I'm not saying it's the best experience. It might be the best Android experience.
No, it's just like, okay, so if you pay attention, like, Snapchat is just, it uses the camera. There's no software attached to it. And so it's always just been better on iPhone to me. Like, my experience with the Snapchat app has always been better on iPhone than it was my Samsung phone. My last Samsung phone was the Galaxy S7.
That was a decent phone.
I loved that phone. I did. I mean, I was kind of forced into the Apple ecosystem. Like, it was.
Hey, Sneed, apparently we have Super Chats enabled for Patreon stream. Thank you, Austin's Tech, for the $2 super chat. That is quite generous of you. He says, if you use Mac OS, use coconut battery. What is a coconut battery?
Yeah, I've never heard of that. That's
I think
but
that's
thank
an
you for the
app.
super chat. Mac OS, huh?
Should I check what that is on my Mac?
It's an app. Yeah.
I'd have to.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of that app called? Geez, I have it right here. DMZ something.
Oh, I
yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
CPUZ. It's similar to that, but for the battery on a Mac.
Well, Carlos, most of the world uses Facebook. Most.
They got 3 billion users, man.
Most of the world uses
billion.
Facebook. And quite a few people still uses Snapchat, believe it or not. A lot of people still use Snapchat. Most of my viewers from my YouTube channel come from Snapchat and Facebook, actually.
It's a genre thing. It's an era thing.
Yeah.
It's an age group thing. It's
I grew up with Twitter. I grew up with Snapchat and stuff. Those are the things that was part of the millennials.
Yeah.
You know what I grew up with? And apparently I'm a millennial.
Antenna TV.
Bulletin boards where you took thumbtacks.
Yeah.
And you put them up at the local library and the post office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I still use rabbit ears. Pretty damn good.
Do you? Honestly, I did not know they still sold those things.
Better signal than for my locals than I get on YouTube TV.
Yeah.
All right, EM Tech, come on in, buddy. Tell me about what you've been doing, man. What you've been using, what do you like, what you don't like. Go ahead, man.
Oh, snap. Okay. So my daily driver right now is the 13 Pro, not the Pro Max. Been phenomenal phone so far. I've been using it on AT&T with eSIM, no physical SIM whatsoever. And then I've got the S22 Ultra on Verizon, and then I also have the Z Flip 3 still that I'm rocking.
How's that Flip, man?
Flip's good. I mean, I got it a few months before the S22 launch, so I kind of been playing around with it a little bit more. Battery life on it is trash, like dog water trash. S22 Ultra has been phenomenal so far, except for Verizon's delay on software updates. I just got the March patch yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was the February patch, technically. But
so it's like behind 1 month.
It's behind significantly compared to the rest of the lineup, and I don't know. I feel like for a $800 plus phone, you should be getting timely software updates, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But that's up to the carriers. It's not up to the OEM.
If it's a carrier model phone.
Yeah.
But and that brings up one of my biggest gripe with any Android phone that is bought through a carrier, or bought period, is you're left to the carrier's will as far as updates go.
Unless it's a
Google allow them
Pixel.
to do that?
Unless it's a Pixel, yeah. But still, that Pixels realistically still make up a minority compared to other OEMs out there.
They make up 1% of the market.
Exactly, but the people, your day-to-day people are going to be experiencing something completely different, and they're waiting weeks, sometimes months, for software updates.
So is that a Google thing, or is it like a Samsung thing? Who is that? Who fault is that?
AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile.
No, I'm asking, like, are they allowed to do this because of like? So
Samsung could tell them, don't add any firmware, don't touch our software, but the carriers are sticking it to Samsung, doing whatever they want.
That's what I'm asking. Right
I have an example. The March update for the S22 Ultra was released like 2-3 days ago, but because I have the physical SIM on Verizon, I am on the unlocked Verizon firmware, so I wouldn't get it. So what I did is I was going in the SIM card manager and turned off the physical SIM from Verizon, and I left my eSIM from T-Mobile turned on, so my phone was restarting to the T-Mobile unlocked firmware, and then I was getting the update.
Interesting.
Yep.
Hey, that's something if T-Mobile can get updates out the door within the first week of the month for their Androids and the others can't, that might be a killer app for them.
Yeah, that would kind of force AT&T and Verizon's hand.
It's probably because T-Mobile is easier to approve updates.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it always depends month to month. Sometimes Verizon's update comes first. Sometimes it's T-Mobile. Sometimes it's AT&T. Usually not AT&T though.
I'm gonna say I've never.
Yeah.
When I had my Android, AT&T was very sorry when it came to
Sneed.
giving out the updates.
AT&T, they need to take that extra time to disable voice over LTE for those non-whitelisted phones.
But why aren't they whitelisted? They should be.
I think the reason why they're not, like, for example, the S22 Ultra unlocked version is having so many issues with FirstNet because remember what we talked about, and it's on that QCI video that Sneed posted earlier today. It's such a secure and custom network. It needs to make sure that it can work. You know, they can't just whitelist any damn phone that has band 14.
Yeah, the band 14 piece is important. All right, Chame, your go, my friend. What you been using? What you been testing? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? Go ahead, bud.
Me, I have only one phone. It's the S22 Ultra. I have all three carriers of it. I have the Los Verizon, the T-Mobile Magenta Business, Magenta MAX Business, and AT&T Elite. That's it.
You got all the best plans on there.
Yeah.
What's your favorite, man?
My favorite is Verizon and AT&T when I'm at home. But when I'm going to travel, like around New York City, I will switch my eSIM to T-Mobile because those two are the best here. Verizon and T-Mobile.
Yep.
Yeah, T-Mobile's got they've got gear on basically every other building, don't they? On the rooftops.
Yes, they're tremendous in New York.
Yeah. I mean, their market share is absurdly high there, isn't it?
Yeah, and I would say like in streaming and everything like that other people complain. I don't see that in my area. I could really rock the whole day with T-Mobile if I want to.
You get that a lot in major cities, and New York they have customers, and it's the largest population area. So.
Yep.
Wait, is this true? T-Mobile has millimeter wave in New York City. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And definitely.
How is it?
Yeah, but it's you still have to search for it. So there's one place which is confirmed, which is on Times Square.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
I mean, how many people they stack up like sardines over there right in front of
Who doesn't have millimeter wave in Times Square?
Yeah, that's true.
They did have a millimeter wave map for New York City, and last I heard, it was still very accurate.
The problem is, and I brought that up so many times, that the New York City is not millimeter wave friendly.
Nope. But aren't they like irradiating everyone with 2.5 gigahertz?
Yes. Yes. And the problem is with AT&T in New York that they don't have the tight tower grid, and they're just putting everything the highest power possible.
Yeah, stretching the signal.
Yeah.
And it still doesn't work in Grand Central Station.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
Oh, y'all got me scared. I want to go to New York. I didn't know AT&T didn't work good in New York. That's crazy.
It's I don't know. It might be decent, but what we're seeing is that Verizon and T-Mobile are the move.
Yeah,
because that's Verizon's backyard, and then it's T-Mobile's biggest market.
Correct,
right?
but you should rather go to Las Vegas because you will not find any small cell in New York. Millimeter wave.
I found some T-Mobile millimeter wave in Vegas outside the Flamingo.
What kind of gear are they putting up there? Ericsson or Nokia?
That's a loose question.
Ah, crap.
Yeah, definitely Ericsson. As I followed a lot Los's live streaming in Vegas.
It makes a difference, man, because their Nokia gear here
T-Mobile has Ericsson in New York City. AT&T has Nokia in New York City. So there you
Yeah.
go.
Verizon is Samsung in New York City.
Hey,
So they work. Are they working to improve their network in New York City?
I mean, man, there's again, there's like what 30 million people there. Of course,
yeah.
it's one of the hottest markets. It's just a
Mhm.
matter of
There is,
getting the right.
But
yeah.
you know, AT&T like to tiptoe. You can't tiptoe in a market like that.
No, but it's difficult, man, because Verizon has owner's economics of every street light. You get what I'm saying? There's only 4 corners to every intersection. So if 2
Yeah,
of them are
but every small cell, there is LTE small cells
Yeah.
almost everywhere, and every small cell is shared between all the 3 carriers there.
exactly, it's that when I lived there for 2 years, it was a pretty decent experience, but it was not the best experience. Now when you
Yeah.
come to like Dallas or Los Angeles, it's a night and day difference.
Yeah.
Ericsson,
But
110% better.
yeah, but
See,
Moose, the new design of the millimeter wave and small cells will be like installed like in 2 years from now. So maybe in 2 years it's about time to check it out again.
Well, I actually have seen the setup now of the new millimeter wave antennas. They actually are pretty impressive. I still need to send a picture to the Sneedman.
Yeah, I
Garner,
want to see that.
it
Is it like
looks
is it
yeah.
shrouded in the pole? Is that true?
Well, that's one version of them. The version that I'm talking about is a little bit more obvious, but not as obvious as before, right?
Okay.
It looks like a smaller rectangle. Okay,
Hmm.
that's one version of them. The second version is even smaller square
Hmm.
for the millimeter wave, and then there's the one that's literally a light.
Hold up. Let me interrupt
Oh
you.
my gosh.
Gene G. Jr. had a $10 super chat. Thank you so much for your generosity, Gene. And Blind Tech Adventures slams down a $50 super chat saying, "Great stream, great crew. Keep it up. All you do. I appreciate you." Thank you,
right,
Blind
so-
Tech Adventures.
So big shout out to Gene. Thanks for supporting. Gene, I did put the link in Patreon if you wanted to jump on and get in on the convo and hang out with the panel, so you can access it there. No word on Dish in Pittsburgh yet. That could be kind of like the next wave of cities. We don't know exactly.
Hey, the Steelers need to give you some service out there, don't they?
Big shout out to Nimmer. Thanks, Blind Tech Adventures, for the super chat. And appreciate all your support, man. Always so generous and kind and supportive of the channel. You're the best, man. Thank you. What do we got here? Is Dish anywhere yet? Sans Boost? Yeah, man. They're basically done in Cleveland. They're on like 85 or 90% of the sites.
They're also in Vegas, but
They're done in
don't
Vegas.
dial 911 on their network.
Apparently 911's harder to do than they So you'll be connecting to AT&T when you need to make a 911 call.
Or T-Mobile, based on where you're calling from.
Hey, it's neat.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's now 2 weeks since the AT&T 3G shutdown, and we still have N5 at 5 megahertz.
Yeah, shouldn't they be freeing up that spectrum and
Yeah.
refarming it?
I have an update on that.
Oh,
So I've noticed something. My local area in building, so like deep in a house, right? I've noticed that I've been connecting to LTE band 5.
Ooh.
Blaze it.
And this is on my S22 Ultra, and I can confirm that I've been connecting to LTE 5, band 5.
When
Okay?
did you notice that?
I noticed it 2 days after the shutdown, so the 22nd, so the 24th of February.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
that's what I'm thinking that they're doing, okay, is that they're realizing that for the immediate capacity boost to the network is to have gone from the LTE band 5, right, to from the 3G band 5, right, shifting that spectrum over immediately to the LTE band 5. So you get a slight boost in capacity when you aggregate the band 5 correctly. Because, and I'll explain this, from literally one day to another, it improved 25% the download speed, literally day over day.
Oh wow!
Because you went from anywhere in DFW area they were getting 2 Mbps, 1 Mbps. You added an additional 5x5 band 5. You're going to be getting a couple more, let's say 10 download instead of 1. So at least it helps a little bit. Not saying that's the perfect strategy by any means, but it's a stopgap between now and N77 140 megahertz.
EM Tech, is that cool to share?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Let's take a look at some new hardware. This is, I knew it when I saw it. I knew exactly what it was when I saw it, because it looks exactly like the old Nokia gear that Verizon used to use, but smaller, like literally half the size. Not even joking. All right, so if you guys are in AT&T markets that have Nokia and they are starting to put up millimeter wave, here is what you are going to see. Why is it not doing the share screen? There we go. All right, let's see if I can increase the size here. Hold on a second. All right. No, it's not going to let me do this. All right. Okay, so at the top you have all the LTE, all things LTE. That little can thing, that's going to be your band 12, 14, 2, 66, 30. If it's got 29, it probably will do LAA also, the band 46, which is crazy. It'll probably be in there. You'll have all things LTE, PCS, AWS, the whole shebang. These two things right below them, those are millimeter wave sectors. Is there a third sector on that EM Tech?
This one in particular didn't have a third one, but a lot of them do.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, if I go downtown to Cleveland, there's a lot of 2-sector millimeter wave with the LT for the CRAN on the top. This is all the radios down here. Those are all the antennas up top there. So for those of you that ever, you ever wanted to see what that looks like, that's how it goes. Radios at the bottom, 2 millimeter wave nodes that are visible there, and then the LTE CRAN up top.
What I found interesting is a lot of the new ones that I'm seeing, depending on like where they're located, like if they're near like an apartment building or if they're downtown, they do a pretty aggressive down tilt on those millimeter wave antennas. Like,
Now, do you know why?
so they can, I'm assuming it's so they can bounce it off of various objects and stuff, right? Or is it?
What they want to do is they're trying to get a direct line of sight to the end user. Hey guys, take over the show for a second. I got to deal with something. Go ahead.
Okay.
So,
Hello, Ron B. Welcome.
so Moose, Pete,
Yeah.
EM Tech.
What up?
So I'm finna tell y'all what I went through the other day. I'm talking about with so I was, I still have that T-Mobile eSIM, so I tried it out the other day for like the first time in like a month, and I had to use it because somebody was too congested and I couldn't even scroll through TikTok. So
TikTok has scrolling.
You said what?
Wait, TikTok scrolls?
You said
I don't know
TikTok
how
scrolls?
Yeah, I don't know how TikTok works. Could you explain to us old folks?
Yeah, you swipe through.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so basically I've noticed because they just turned on C-band. AT&T just turned on C-band right here at my house. Well, I can get it outside. It's edge sight once you get in the parking lot. But like, so once I walk out the gate, I get like full service. And then the upload, I don't know what they did, but it's crashed.
That's on the AT&T network, or
that's on the AT&T network. It's real bad on the C-band now. Like where I was getting like 40, 50 upload before they even cut it. Before on one site down the street, before it was before today, it was getting 40, 50. Now it's getting like 1 to 2 up. It's bad.
Maybe they switched to standalone prematurely.
I don't know, but I know the two places where I be testing it, the upload is pretty bad. It's not really good at all.
That's not good for anyone.
It's not. Like, you might as well just use LTE. I used to use LTE all the time. I didn't start turning it on my 5G until actually I moved here, where I've noticed that, like, where you can actually notice that the upload on 5G is better, but the upload here is not horrible. I can consistently, like, and then, like, I got small cells surrounding my house, so I can consistently, like, get 50, 60 upload on LTE.
I've noticed a similar thing here. Just over the last few months, I don't know, AT&T's uploads are like, they're trash. I kind of chalked it up to my iPhone being on beta software, though, but from what Carlos has said and what other people are saying, it seems like a pretty universal thing.
We back.
I mean,
it's crazy because it hasn't been like that. I don't know what happened. That upload on that C-band is horrible.
from my experience with AT&T in my market, by the way, if you can get Los Blue for AT&T, it's a good idea because it like preempts everybody in priority. In my market, if you don't have that preemption, you're not connecting. But haven't tested the upload recently on that. Sounds painful. What, you laughing about if you're not on the high priority, you're not connecting?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be really bad band 13 situations.
On AT&T, I didn't think they had it band 13. It must be band 12.
Oh, AT&T's bad too? I thought it was. I thought Verizon was the issue.
No, he was talking about AT&T.
Oh crap, dude! You got then T-Mobile only.
So a lot of places you got Verizon, they're close to T-Mobile. And it's kind of funny. I'm like sitting working on something, needing my hotspot. I have unlimited hotspot on the Los Red. I got 5 gigs on the T-Mobile, and I'm like, man, I really need to upgrade this T-Mobile line so I can get more hotspot.
Do you need more?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Need to get a good bit more money in monthly. Update it to the Business Ultra for 50 gigs a month.
What would that do to your bill if you were to change your plan?
Add 120 to it.
Sheesh, man, I mean, your bill would go up by like 60%?
Yeah.
It's a lot, man. I mean, especially in times of inflation, it may not be the best move or the timing at least.
Hey, there's a reason why I haven't jumped on it yet.
Right.
If I could, track down a job with $85,000 a year, I'd jump on it, but then that might defeat the purpose of getting it.
Hey, wanted to answer this question for Dia. What does N5 mean? N5 is the 5G variant of band 5. So in the case of AT&T, they've got a 5 megahertz bandwidth dedicated channel of 5G for band 5. I guess that can widen where they had some on 3G. I can't see it being more than 5 megahertz though, right? So it would become 10 megahertz of band 5, band 5.
Yep.
So whenever we put an N in front of a band number, we're indicating that it's NR technology or 5G.
However, 3G, you were only able to maximize 3 gigahertz of that. 5G, in theory, you should be able to maximize utilize 5 megahertz.
And then, well, And then when it goes on NR, when they get the whole channel with the
you
3G.
get full 10
Okay.
megahertz range on that.
There you go. Yeah, so that should be good. Like, so people that, you know, struggle with signal strength, and especially in like rural America, that's probably going to help a lot.
Oh yeah. Imagine if Verizon went full N13.
They're never going to go N13.
Hey, they'd still have to upgrade those lines connected to those band 13 only towers.
It'll go to N13 in like 10 years, dog.
Man. So is that their anchor band for the carrier?
No, they're doing everything with all the other stuff, like band 5, band 2, band 6. Those are the bands that are actually going to be doing stuff. The band 13, bro, like if you look at whenever they sell phones, whenever we get new devices, if you look at the band support, no phone has N13. All of them have N5. All of them have N12. You know, all of them have N14 now. We're starting to see that. N13. Bro, and trust me, like, people are still going to be on band 13 like it's something to do. Like, there's still people with old LTE devices that ain't changing anything. People just don't respond. Some people are unresponsive. I mean, look, like AT&T was sending people free phones and they weren't even activating them. They're like, dude, get off of 3G. Activate this phone. Here's a free voice over LTE device. Be like an LG whatever, Stylo or whatever. And they don't even want to activate it.
Granted, there are probably some areas where if they did activate the phone, they might lose service. Not common, but might be an edge case.
Are you sure about that?
It's a non-zero chance of it occurring, but it is less than 5%.
Mr. Carter, man, have you ever connected to a 3G only site on AT&T?
No.
Me neither.
Have you been looking?
Not here in Texas.
Not here in Ohio.
Have you been looking?
Now, you might have to try. You might have to try them Western states, but it's definitely not here in Texas. I've been all over the state.
Anything out there in Colorado?
I haven't tested it on AT&T, but I know Verizon has that issue.
Man, I haven't seen Verizon 3G in at least 5 or 6 years.
Well, you're in the Rust Belt. You're developed.
Yeah, but even when I travel, bro, it's never.
I ain't gonna lie,
I drove.
These carriers spoil you.
5, 6 years ago, I drove to Florida. I drove to Atlanta. I drove to New Orleans. I drove to Texas. I mean, I've driven all over the place. Minnesota. Like, I don't remember seeing any band 13 or any 5G, 3G. Everything was band 13 mostly. There were 66 a lot of the way, you know. Bro, I'm telling you, Josh, I've been testing Ohio for a couple of years now. It's LTE, bro. I don't know, unless it's tucked in little pockets where I just can't find them. And the signal ain't reaching, possibly. Maybe somebody's basement. I have no idea. I'm not going in some random person's basement to test, though.
Testing random basements. You'll encounter questions on Jazz. Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm here to test the 3G.
In your basement.
Yeah.
Get out of my house.
That's right. Hey, knock on everybody's door. Hey, I'm here to test some sites. Can I go to your basement, dude?
Hey, Gilbert, are you on the Discord?
I don't know if Gellert's on the Discord, but I think he's a Patreon supporter.
Yeah, he said he's on the price tier, but he can't find the link. I mean, if he's on the Discord, I can send him the link.
Check the 6:32 p.m. post for the link to special access.
Hey,
Should be there.
I mean, I could technically, I think, just paste the post in if they don't have Patreon set up that tells them that it's not worth going to.
Coshocton, Ohio. Wow. I've been to Coshocton.
Yeah, if I send the link to the Patreon thing, it says join for $3 a month. So we'll just do that in the chat.
Yeah, that's interesting, Josh. I've been to Coshocton, but only when I had Verizon, and it was all LTE. This I have seen before, but it's been a while. This I have seen before. Yeah, it was the situation when you go inside like a walk-in cooler or a walk-in freezer. you'll connect to 3G.
I know my old high school is a bomb shelter. So AT&T, the tower is right outside that high school. Literally, you can walk to it, and AT&T won't work like in the auditorium or the walls are made out of complete cement. It's like bricks.
Oh yeah,
And like I know AT&T struggled. Verizon did better. I want to say in the 3G era, but AT&T struggles inside their school, at least when I was in there.
The messed up thing is that the carriers have had the last decade to figure out their low band coverage. Band 12 has been around forever. Band 5, band 13. These frequencies have been around for a long time, and the tower spacing, for it to be an issue today, concerns me. Because I mean, damn, we've been building for a data network for how long, Pete? Would you say like 10, 12 years, 13 years?
By data, you mean capacitive data? Or
data that's going to be utilized for video consumption.
Capacitive data was 13 years.
Yeah, that's how I look at it, is you've had 13 years to develop a network when it comes to towers where the low band coverage is blanket. Non-negotiable blanket coverage for calling, texting. If we're talking about data, that can kind of be a little, you're going to have your spots where the terrain's rough. I get it. I mean, Pete, would you be upset if you could only call or text on a mountain range?
Well, why the hell would I be doing anything aside from taking pictures on my phone on a range?
Well, that's what I'm saying is you're from Colorado,
Yeah, if I'm hiking on a mountain that may or may not require rope, these kids Snapchat or Instagram or whatever the hell, that crap's not allowed on my trail. I don't believe in leaving people behind, but damn it, if you're using that, you're getting left behind. Enjoy the scenery, damn it.
I know. Yeah, so true, man.
Alaska's the worst what?
For coverage for any carrier.
Oh, okay.
Last time
is it really inconsistent?
Well, there's nobody in Alaska.
I mean, who you building for? You
Truckers
got 2 cities,
on highways.
You got 2 cities. You got Anchorage and you got Juneau.
What about Nome?
Okay, Nome. You got 3 cities, bro, and none of them have more than 40,000 people.
I know when you look at like a coverage map, it's crazy because it make a big circle. It's just a circle for the coverage. And I'll be like,
well, look how the carriers are doing 5G maps. They just splash, throw paint at the map for you to see.
Literally shoot it with a paintball gun.
By the way, I'm from Rhode Island, but I think in Colorado it's Coloradan.
Coloradan, dude.
Yeah, but go Rhode Island.
What are they? The honey badgers? What's their mascot?
Who cares? I grew up near one of the plantations, which they got rid of. So,
all right. Fred chimes in. AT&T remains strong here. Downloads 100 meg. Uploads around 30. No 5G that I could find. Only T-Mobile has 5G, the low band variant.
That's
Getting that M71.
That's some pretty decent AT&T there. Wouldn't complain.
I think that's realistically what most people are going to see. You know, if you're not in a major metro or you're not in one of the top 46 PEAs, you're going to be seeing low band T-Mobile and LTE plus.
Hey, technically, I'm not in a main metro, large metro. I'm a suburb of a suburb.
That would be a Burbus.
Yeah. But I must say, Colorado's demand for the merger, T-Mobile has actually been on point with.
They're going to struggle with California.
I can't wait to see this because I still want to know how they're gonna do it.
AT&T can't even get 300 megs down in some locations.
Nobody
Hell, some locations, the carriers can't get 3 megs down.
They ain't gonna get it, bro. Nobody could do it. I don't know what when T-Mobile agreed to that, they basically said start a fund to pay that because we're not gonna get. There's no way.
So
they're called unreasonable demands.
So how often are they gonna have to pay a fine for this?
They may only have to pay one fine. I don't know. I don't know what the structure of the deal is. I mean, I remember the speed requirement. I remember the time frame.
Yep.
Well, it had to be one fine because I know they weren't dumb enough to. I know they
a perpetual fine.
I know they wasn't.
I don't know, man. You can clearly see they'll say anything for a merger.
Yeah, I mean, right? I don't blame them. But I just think that's ridiculous.
It's with just I think requesting or putting it into the terms there's just no way they were going to be able to do it. I mean, you ask any engineer, they'll tell you California is a nightmare.
I just feel like at this point, if T-Mobile was able to accomplish something like that, they would probably have the biggest network in California. That's the only way it could happen. They would have to have the biggest network.
You'd have a tower site on mountains every 3 miles.
Yes.
You'd have to find a way around those NIMBYs, like putting in their backyards.
Pete, what do you think San Francisco? They're going to be San Francisco. Oh, you want to put up a tower? No.
Nah.
They're gonna definitely have to use them small cells they don't like to use.
Bro, they don't want to use any of that stuff. They don't want them to put up anything.
I think I know what you do for San Francisco, LA, and San Diego. You get permits to put your towers in the ocean, and then you beam them at high power into the city.
And then they're gonna say, "What about Shamu?" You know?
Yeah. And they're like, "You got 2 choices. We put them in the ocean or on top of your aquarium."
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Yeah, make our service better, but don't put up towers.
I just feel as if T-Mobile was able to accomplish this, I feel like they setting the bar. I will say that. That's the positive out of it. They setting the bar. I feel like it's going to force Verizon and AT&T's hand.
If T-Mobile can accomplish what California demanded, somebody on their team is going to get a PhD in RF engineering.
Woo! Is it Zero cool?
He's in Florida.
I feel like that's the only way it's gonna work is if they get him down there, right?
Everywhere he's worked, he's killed it, man.
Yeah.
Especially for Sprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. California knew better for that anyways, though.
I'm just glad. Like, take for example, look at what Verizon is doing right now with the N77. Crazy. Nobody's getting in their way. Literally, they call for the fiber upgrades. I see the fiber crews working at the near the base stations. A week later, the tower crews are up there installing all the antennas and the radios.
Have they installed new sites just for N77?
No, the tower grid here. I'm dead serious. There's a Verizon site every mile and a half. I'm not exaggerating. Like, I'm talking about macro sites. There's small cells too. Like, their grid here is crazy good. In fact, honestly, most of the time, the band 13 is turned down because the tower sites are too close. Right? So, and they hand off mid-band to mid-band. Like you go from one site's band 66 to the next site's band 66. That's how close the towers are.
I think in Colorado, T-Mobile's in the situation where they're like, "Hey, we want to put up band 41," and they're like, "Okay, don't drop the antenna."
Yeah. T-Mobile had no restrictions here. When whenever T-Mobile had their when they want to do their upgrades, I would see the crews go up there, do their thing fast, and sometimes I would ask them, what's the permits on this? They're like, yeah, they go through quick. We can do all this in 3 months.
Hell, Boulder, Colorado, which is a NIMBY city. It's almost, I think they're missing like 40 square miles of N41 for complete coverage, and the city is above 200. So,
thanks, Rick. Appreciate the support, man. Thank you.
So, Sneed. So, if you had to name one improvement for all three carriers, what would it be for each carrier?
In my market or national?
I just hit myself in the face. In your market.
In my market, I would just like to see T-Mobile just sprinkle in some small cells just to help with the tower density. And I would like to see a few more sites getting N41 this year instead of having to like beam the signal from another tower, just so they can get the 5G UC icon. I want to see them actually like get it on like 2/3 of the site. Because like right now they're probably at like 40% of the sites have N41 gear. I'd like to see that get to like 60-70%.
I definitely thought they were further than that.
No. They're on probably just a little bit less than half the sites.
Really?
Maybe 40% of the sites.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but they did good to finally finish the N71. That's like on 90% of the sites. 80-90% of the sites. So that's much better for the further along.
And Sneed still wants enough mmWave from T-Mobile in his backyard to irradiate the frogs.
If they put a freaking, I swear, bro, if Mike Sievert is watching this, Mike Sievert, I'm calling you out, dog. I will switch my entire Verizon account to T-Mobile if you put a T-Mobile mmWave node in front of my house.
Hey, Sneed, there are better ways of doing that.
I just know it won't happen. I mean,
it ain't happening. It's not happening.
I'd add a few more lines until you pitch in the difference to upgrade to the Business Ultimate.
AT&T, I would like to see them just start upgrading N77. Like that's all I want from them. I don't need anything else. The tower grid's good. It's decent.
I was going to ask you, do they need a tighter grid?
Yeah, I could. Okay, they don't have any small cells in suburbia. They have small cells downtown. They have mmWave downtown. They do. AT&T does things by the books when it comes to stuff like that. I'd like them to kind of become a little more Verizon-ish when it comes to small cells in like the outskirts, the suburbia, near malls and stuff like that. I do like their DAS systems at the hospitals, though. They're absolutely phenomenal. So,
what kind of speeds them things be pushing off?
The DAS systems?
Yeah.
Like on peak, they'll still get like 100 megabits on full peak. Okay. You'll see like 200 megabits off peak. Yeah, so they're really good. And that's why a lot of like doctors, healthcare workers, first responders, they're switching to FirstNet and they like it. It's stuff like that.
It's crazy how much it changed because I remember during the 3G during the 3G era, when you would walk in the hospital, service was just cut out.
You're not supposed to have during the 3G era, hospitals had phones you could call from and pay phones.
Yeah.
Sneed, you know what I really miss? Maintained phone booths.
What were you saying, Pete?
I miss maintained phone booths.
Maintained phone booths. It's been a while, man.
Phone booth where it's clean inside. You can close it, sit down. It's a little heated. Make your phone call in private.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, I don't want to leave Verizon out because I just did AT&T and T-Mobile. Verizon, I don't need you to do anything here. You guys are doing great. I guess continue with N77 and mmWave. That's amazing. But what I need you to do, Verizon, is upgrade all the freaking Band 13 only sites in the rest of the country. Help these people out. Sheesh, bro. You got
I was
people
going
paying,
national next.
bro.
I
I'm
was going
telling you,
national
man.
next.
You got people paying $100 a month for a line of service, and they're on Band
Yeah.
13 only. Come on,
And
man.
a T1 line for that band.
Yeah,
13.
bro. Come on, man. Terrible.
2022.
Terrible.
Why are they living in 1990?
Bro, straight up. They didn't even get, there's places where they didn't even get AWS yet. Licenses for nothing, bro.
They're
They might
just holding on to they're just holding on to it.
Well,
They might
just
start
you have
getting
to upgrade
fined for it.
sites. You got to upgrade sites, bro.
But
you have licenses.
if they're sitting on AWS licenses, I think they have until middle of next year before they get fines for squatting on AWS.
Yeah.
So it's coming, or they're going to have to pay the FCC some money.
Yo, Jason says he's on a Band 13 only site on Verizon prepaid. You are a brave soul, Jason. We love you, man. And
So,
we hope that you make it out the stream okay. Without
Jason, the question are you streaming this in 240p?
144p.
144p.
That's rough, bro. That is rough. He's in Cali. Band 13, Arcata, California.
Hey, Ryan says the local telco is rocking some payphones in his market. Sweet. Jason says he's in 1080p. I didn't think you were doing this in 1080p.
Yo, EM Tech, what do you think Verizon's got to do national, man? I know what the answer is, but go ahead.
Move the damn streaming cap on all their plans. I don't care about the network. I really don't. It's fine. I just remove the damn streaming cap. Bro, it is so infuriating to me.
Me and Brandon was talking about that in the spaces. It's ridiculous. He has a point. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's 2022.
The only thing I could think of is there's so many Band 13 only sites and there's so much congestion, they literally can't.
Bro, that's literally something I expect AT&T to do.
Well, but what I was going to say is if the market's got the capacity, lift the restriction.
Bro, they got small cells like every fucking block here.
Yeah, I know.
They got small cells everywhere, all over here.
Straight up, bro.
I don't know. I haven't tested the sites, but I know I just go up and I normally just read the branding on the little box. They got like a cage around the thing, and you can normally see like a blue tag or it'd be a red tag on it.
Now, you could be sitting in front of a CBRS small cell getting 350, 500 megabits per second, and that phone will still throttle you at 4 megs when you're watching a video.
Yep.
And I understand Verizon's got their reasons, but it's infuriating when you've got the two other premium players not.
Maybe they should have thought about that instead of buying TracFone, adding more people to the network that they worried about.
Did you listen to me comment about that on Friday?
I did not.
SoFax on that VPN life, man. It's the only way to do it. Yeah.
You add more people to your network that you think is congested.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If somebody's willing to pay the premium price, the video resolution restriction on any level needs to be just removed because your competitors did it. The market has moved on. It has shifted. Magenta MAX has no restrictions in any way, shape, or form. AT&T's Elite, same situation. No restrictions. No way, shape, or form. You know, and Verizon just behind the 8 ball on that, man.
Though there is no restriction on Verizon when you're at that Knicks game on that sweet mmWave.
Yeah, but even then, like, if your plan can be unrestricted, who cares what type of site you're on? Ultrawide band, whatever. It's frustrating, Pete.
Do you think the average person care about that? Do you think that's why they haven't budged?
Well, if you try to put it to 1080p, you're going to buffer. So yeah, they'll care about it.
It's
What
a
does-
it's a cost saving measure. It's the same reason why YouTube during the beginning of the pandemic started defaulting everyone's resolution to 480p or 720p, because a lot of people don't notice the difference in quality, but it makes a huge difference on the back end on data consumption.
Geller Gaming is in the house. What up, my friend?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Awesome.
Hey, is this
I
one of
just
those
took way too
long
much
time
time
listener,
to get
first time
that.
caller type deals right here?
Yes, sir.
Or
Yes,
is it
sir.
a long time caller, first time listener?
I don't know. Maybe in an alternate reality, but
What's up,
that's a
Geller?
whole different theory of time and stuff that we're not gonna get into right now.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? How you been?
Not bad. Tell us about what you've been using lately, the phones, the plans. Tell us a
So
little bit
after-
about what you've been up to.
About maybe a year ago now, I had the friends don't let friends MediaTek 832 5G, and I mean it was good for N41, but Jesus, was the N71 pickup bad when there wasn't N41, and I was just going straight back to LTE every time. And then I got to the OnePlus 9 Pro 5G. That was really good. Did way better speeds, way faster, obviously, because of the 888. And now I'm doing a iPhone 13 Pro because I'm on AT&T and I get a whole bunch of discounts working at Amazon. And that is mixed bag.
Yeah.
Speeds, ping here in Denver area. I'm not gonna say obvious location, but that needs to be worked on. Speed test always defaults me straight to a Plano server. I'm getting on a good day 36 milliseconds, and then if my luck is in the shitter, 118.
Hey, every time I speed test AT&T, even in Vegas, I'm in Plano, Texas.
Yeah, I wonder why I want the default to Plano.
And ahoy, fellow Coloradan.
Hello there.
Ahoy.
I'm just gonna warn you right now. I might get a dog barking one of these days because I got one. One of these seconds because I got one in front of me and then one in the other room. So I'm gonna have to mute whenever that happens. Just letting you know beforehand.
We got a puppy today.
What
Did you
kind?
get me? What kind of puppy, man?
It's a Bernese Mountain Dog.
Keeping it furry, huh?
Yeah, she's 8 weeks old.
I got a Great Pyrenees and then a Golden Retriever German Shepherd pit mix.
Yeah, larger dog.
Oh yeah. My dog's going to be about 90 pounds when she's fully grown.
What up, Los?
What up?
What's
going
happening,
on?
Chief?
Hello to the Los man.
Shit, bro. Just got done kind of getting settled in a little bit at the new house.
Yeah, I mean,
Man, we got Xfinity over here with the it's in the coax router, but it's the 1 gig internet. And only time you get the gig is obviously on Ethernet, but if you do Wi-Fi, it's crazy over here. You get sub 10 ping. It's around 700 on phones if your phone modem can get to that. And then I've seen on Wi-Fi it can go up to 750 on the 5 gigahertz channels. But
I get up to 750 with my Wi-Fi 6 symmetrical.
oh, see, I don't have that kind of technology or money.
I pay less than you do.
For real?
Yeah, I'm at $49.95 a month.
Damn, I'm at 100. I didn't even. All right.
I'm up in
But
Longmont.
don't you have to get the Wi-Fi 6 routers and all that equipment though?
Yeah, I'm up in Longmont though, and I'm using my city's fiber.
Oh, okay. That makes sense actually. You're not that far away though.
Nope.
And then you said Stetson was up the road, right?
He's 15 minutes south of me.
Dang, that's crazy.
By the way, Austin's Tech with another super chat for $10. Thank you so much for your generosity. Austin's says, thanks to Carlos, he's saving my behind. Good job, Carlos. I have a weather station. It can't go down for long periods of time. Still waiting for Xfinity to fix my damn internet.
Damn.
Don't hold your breath on that.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen for a while.
Well, guess what I'm going back to, man.
Hawks?
That was an option, but
No.
but I said no, bro. So I'm going CenturyLink DSL.
CenturyLink.
Everyone
DSL.
knows Sneed with his Cox situation.
Yeah, bro. You know how bad it is. It was awful, man. Los, it's bad like you, right?
Yeah, bro. So I'm just gonna do the CenturyLink DSL 100 by 10 for $35 a month. That's cool, you know.
Hey, Lowe's, next time I go out, can I visit the new house?
Sure, bro. Of course.
You can have one of the 7 rooms, dog.
Yeah, bro. Well, hey, yeah, you'll be able to actually stay at the house, bro, because I'll have,
Hey,
7
have
bedrooms.
room.
I might have to stay in a room to do work during the day, so
Oh,
we'll
snap.
see.
Yeah, bro. But
They got work from home. They got work from Los.
Yep.
but I mean, I'm using the Verizon N77 box right now, and it works good. Speeds are great.
Hey, big shout out to Austin's Tech. We appreciate that super chat, man. Thank you very much, and very glad that Carlos was able to help you. So big shout out to Carlos for that.
Go. I'm gonna knock him in the arm for that.
Yeah.
Rubber says MediaTek is crap, and I'm totally agreeing with that statement.
Yep. Friends don't let friends do it.
This is what I get right here on the N77 box.
What you got, Los? You got a screenshot or something?
Please update your system's permission. Well,
Oh, by the way, we're going to have to wrap up the show pretty soon because I got to get over to Latrell's live stream, the Tech YouTube channel. So if you guys want to go over to his channel, moderators, if we can get like a link to his channel, Tech, Latrell, he's doing a live stream. He invited me on, so we're going to go ahead and do that.
oh, nice.
Yeah, so we'll be over there. But let me just go ahead and thank everybody. Thank you to everybody in the live chat. Big thanks to everybody who offered super chat donations. Big shout out to Moose, Mr. Carter.